My husband had a stroke 11 years ago.
13 years ago, I had a blood clot pass through my brain.
So I also have a brain injury myself from having a car accident with my husband.
A terminal rare disease that resulted in several strokes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Farndon and I'm the CEO and chairperson of Families for Families. Families for Families is a peer support network and we support people with acquired brain injury and their families. What that means is we run a series of peer support groups across South Australia where people build resilience and gain an understanding of how to live their best possible life with acquired brain injury. So volunteers are crucial within Families for Families. In fact, all of us are volunteers. We're people who have lived experience of brain injury. We all bring our lived experience and the coping strategies we've used to help influence what it is that Families for Families offers. So Families for Families currently has about 45 volunteers and they contribute over 6,000 hours a year. And that is made up of people who are running groups, so our group leaders, we have managers, we have people who support people over the phone, we have people who are editing our newsletter. So really the whole team are very important to the whole process of supporting people with brain injury. So having a team made up of volunteers is really quite vital in Families for Families. We think that when a group leader stands out the front of their peer support group and people know they're not there in a paid capacity, but they're there because they're passionate about the cause, really helps people to feel part of a family and again that sense of belonging that they really look for when they're coming from a socially isolated place.
Hi, I'm Annette Ray. I'm on the management committee. I'm also group leader for the Southern Group and I'm also do the carers dinners as well. We joined Families for Families because we wanted to be with people who are in the same situation that we were in, because we found that there wasn't much information out there. And when we joined Families for Families, we just found so many people who we could talk to, relate to, and we found out just so much. And it also gave me the confidence to talk out and ask for things which I didn't know, and also found out things that we could get that we didn't know we could get. And we've made so many good friends as well.
Early days, no one could tell me, they still can't tell me why it happened, but early days was first 3 months I spent just basically trying to stand on my feet. We joined Families for Families. As I said, my occurrence was 13 years ago. Families for Families started and we heard about it and what Jen was doing. We knew we'd get something out of it, but we had a lot to offer other people who had only just started their brain journey.
Hi, I'm Jules Nunn and I'm the membership manager for Families for Families.
In 2006, Kurt and I had a car accident where I sustained an acquired brain injury. Since Kurt passed away, I've been heavily involved with Families for Families. It's been my lifesaver and I volunteer regularly.
I find volunteering very rewarding. I also find it extremely rewarding being able to assist people to find voluntary positions, not only within Families for Families, but externally, to see the difference in them when they're not socially isolated.
Peer support is all about reciprocation. In other words, people who come to our groups don't just come to our groups to receive support, they're also expected to provide support, and that's a really valuable aspect of Families for Families. Our volunteers though also gain benefit from being a volunteer. So for many people, after their brain injury or after the brain injury of a loved one, they feel very socially isolated. They feel like they're less than, and they feel like they perhaps are struggling to find roles that they can do within their community. Families for Families offers a great location for people to come in and actually be involved in a meaningful way within an organisation. And we certainly always focus on supporting our volunteers very well.
My name is Michael Farndon. What I do helping at Families for Families is drive the boss around when she needs driving, because I act as a chauffeur. I volunteer at least one day a week out at Hampstead. I talk to people who have been through a lot of issues very similar to what I have. I can understand what they got to try and cope with, and I can sort of maybe suggest different things that might help them.
So wearing my CEO hat, I can tell you that volunteering at Families for Families will be a positive experience. We offer a lot of support to our volunteers, and we have some fairly detailed guidelines to make sure that everybody's rights and responsibilities are upheld. Wearing my Gen hat as a carer, I can tell you that for me personally, volunteering has been vital to our quality of life. So after my husband's brain injury, I felt very much that I was locked into the carer role, and being able to take on a valued role within Families for Families really gave me back my self-confidence, and also, I guess, a sense of helping others going through a really difficult journey. And that meaningful nature of volunteering is vital for me in my life.
I like volunteering to help people because after what had happened to me, I feel like I'm half the person and not quite as good as I used to be. And helping others makes me feel really good. I know before the accident I had hundreds of mates, and then because of the accident I lost them all. I've probably doubled the friends that I had before. It makes me feel good about what I do.
The main reason for volunteering was to give back what we found out on our journey, and it helps to let other people know what is Families for Families.
Sense of belonging, it is, yes. I've actually met, my occurrence I believe is 1 in 30,000. I have met one gentleman through Families for Families who has exactly the same injury. So yes, you do, there are people there who have the same experiences, same problems, and yes, you can share them, you can help other people, other people can help you. It's a give-take situation as opposed to just taking or not getting anything.
I volunteer at Families for Families because it's rewarding, it gives me self-worth. I like to help other people going through a similar situation as what we went through or what I went through. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
I enjoy volunteering because it makes us feel part of the group. I usually work in the kitchen. There's lots of different things you can do, but it's great, it's good fun.
I've seen how volunteering can change people's lives. Yeah, and it's a dramatic change, often.
Volunteering, it's just a fun experience. You haven't got people there with the headaches of the boss and everything else. Everybody's on the same level, and it just makes you, fills your life up with something that you can do and enjoy.
So now you have an understanding of how important volunteers are within Families for Families, perhaps you may want to get involved. So if you want to have a valued role within Families for Families or any other community organisation, please get in touch and look further on our website or go to Volunteering Australia. Thanks so much.